We have gathered here to honor the elements of the drum. We are all connected to the elements. Ritual has always been very important throughout human history. There must be an exchange of giving and receiving. A relationship must be built. The more you work with the elements, the more you come to know yourself and the people around you. All animals, plants, stones, emotions, inanimate objects and energies are combinations of these elements, as of course are we. Everything has its own unique blend of the four elements in it. Everything that has substance has earth in it. Everything that has energy in it has fire. Everything that flows and has feelings has water. And everything that involves sound and communication has air in it. Please ensure that you have opened your own personal medicine space and sacred medicine space, honoring where you are as you create your drum. For this is an act that is sacred to you to assist you in working with the spirits and tools and materials we will use. This is a sacred living experience. To honor the elements in your sacred space, maybe have a small table set out for them. Use your imagination and what you have on hand. I'm not asking you to go out and purchase items to represent the elements. Know that different traditions will have different attributes to them, so please do not take this as being a rigid rule. Let's think about water in the south representing youth, sweetness. Did you know that most rivers tend to run south? And it is most often associated with our emotions and the season of summer. Consider earth in the west, the element direction of sunset, representing adulthood, reaping the harvest of our hard work. The earth, the stones, entering into the dark cave of hibernation and creativity that becomes the night. We may associate our physical body with the season of autumn. How about air in the north? For this is the direction of the ancestors and the wisdom of our elders, both alive and deceased. It is the realm of great return to spirit. We look to the north for our inner healing, our insight from those who have walked before us. It's associated with our mind and the season of winter. And finally, to the fire of the east, the direction of the sunrise representing the birth of the new, the spring, the fire of life, and associated with all matters of the soul. Here is an invocation. Please join me. There is a PDF resource for you to download if you wish. You may use Aho, Amen, so be it, or any prayer invocation that works with you. To keep it simple, I will use Aho at the end of each of the elemental blessings. Place your hands in anjali mudra or prayer position at heart center, and with your left hand over your heart, reach your right hand out to face the element of south. O winds of the south, give to us so that we may grow close to you in warmth. As we call you, come and influence us. We invite your gifts into our sacred circle. Help us to honor our physical bodies, our communities, our planet. Let us remember how alive we are. Let us experience the full force inside us and around us. Help us release any fixed ways we see things, just as the snake sheds her skin, all in one go. Release our beliefs so that we may experience the truth of this life as it is. Inform us so that we may walk in this world with beauty and harmony. Aho. Place your hand over your heart and reach out to the winds of the west. You may turn to them if you wish. O winds of the west, Let us remember every day that the moment will come when our sun will go down. Never let us forget that we must fade into you. We invite you to join our circle with your wisdom and energy, reminding us that life is a cycle of birth, death, beyond death, and rebirth. Like the great cats Jaguar and Cougar, help us track our lives, to see in the dark places, to sniff out what needs to move into the next aspect of the cycle. Show us the ways to create our world with thoughts and feelings, that we create meanings, meaningfulness, or meaninglessness. Or whisper reassurance and encouragement. For when we doubt the subtle realities of creativity, intuition, fantasy, and vision, O winds of the west, aho, with your hand over your heart, reach out to the winds of the north. O winds of the north, make us courageous when the cold wind calls. Give us strength and endurance for everything that is harsh, everything that confuses. Free our vision so that we may see. We call upon you to come and influence us. We invite your gifts into our circle. Refresh us. Remind us of all the grand patterns of life in us, and that we seek out and experience the inspiration of song, poetry, dance, ceremony, and the great myths and archetypes of living. Remind us to take the soul's epic journey, that like the hummingbird or chickadee, who has great courage and knows where to find the sweetness to nourish us. We honor our people and all the people who have gone before us, and our children and all our children who will come after us. We honor the soul's journey, past, present, and future. O winds of the north, aho. With your hand over your heart, reach out to honor the winds of the east. O winds of the east, let there be light in my words. Let there be light on my path that I walk. Let me remember always that you give the gift of a new day. We invite you to join us here in our circle. We look to you for our rising awareness of the energies of the cosmos, both directly experienced like the sun and indirectly experienced like the moon. Help us to experience the life force as thermals of rising energy. Lift us to fly high with eagle wingtip to wingtip, floating on the energy of creation. And then help us to see an overview, a big picture, and different perspective of our lives, yet when necessary having vision to see minute details. O winds of the east, aho. Take both your hands out and look up. For with our open hearts we have honored the elements. We pause for a moment, looking up to the skies to thank Father Sun, Grandmother Moon, and the star nations for this incarnation that sees us here dedicated in your light. And as we look down, we honor our Mother Earth, she who gave birth to us, and she whom we will one day return. O Mother Earth, Mother of all mothers, you who feeds us, you who clothes us, you who gives us air to breathe, water to drink, who sustains our lives, we thank you. Aho. At your ritual elemental table, I simply invite you to think about how important each of the elements is for us all. Be present fully in every moment.